Self-awareness is an art in a world where the majority of people are not self-aware or even aware of much of what's going on in their experience. And we can question whether or not they care as well. And I say everything that I say without judgment. This is through observation and this is through my own experience, because I came from a life where I was very unaware. I was very unaware of myself. I was very unaware of what was going on in the world, and I also didn't care. That's where I was. And this is how the system has trained us to be. This is how they want us to be. Because if we are unaware and if we don't care, then we're not going to do anything about it. We're not going to do anything about the fact that we have been completely led away from our power. We're not going to do anything about the fact that we are living in a toxic world where trauma is normalized and where being unhealthy is normalized. If we're unaware and if we don't care, we're not going to do anything, are we? Now, the importance of cultivating self-awareness and awareness of what's going on within our internal reality as well as our external reality is that as the people, we have the power. And this is why they have trained us to be disempowered. This is why they have trained us to be unaware. This is why they have trained us to be weak. Because once we realize as people that we have the power, we can create true, lasting change. And this is what is required, and this is what we are responsible for when it comes to our children and or the future generations of this planet, if you haven't got children or don't want children. When I say our children, I'm talking about us as a collective. I'm not just talking about me and you, I'm talking about us as a collective. So it's really important that we start to become aware of not only our surroundings and where we choose to place ourselves, but ourselves and the way in which we decide to move and the energy that we decide to emit out into our physical reality, because we are a microcosm of the macrocosm. We are a part of the whole. We are individuated from source power. We are a part of the whole. If you think about an ocean, we are simply a cup that's been taken out of the ocean. So we are a part of this greater whole. We're just individuated and we have the power of the ocean within us. It's simply being individuated from it, and we get to really find, expand and cultivate on that power. And like I said, this is what we have been led away from as individuals and as a collective through the whole system, through the schooling system, the corporate system, the system as a whole, everything that they've taught us, right? And it's really important that we become aware of first ourself and the way in which the way we're choosing to be, the things we're choosing to have is affecting our reality. Because everything is energy. Absolutely everything is energy. And this is why our energy as a mass collective people is harvested. This is essentially what the earth is and what the system is. It's a harvesting and it's a redirection or intentional direction, should we say, of our energy. This is why the news is the way that it is. This is why they focus on fear and lack and low vibrational energies. Because when this focus goes towards certain things, this is what creates. So this is why, for instance, The Simpsons seems to know what goes on in the future. It's not that they necessarily know and they can predict However, because so many people watch The Simpsons and then talk about what goes on, what happens is the energy that's put into The Simpsons goes into the hive mind consciousness, and that's essentially what creates it. It drops into the subconscious because of the essence of the Simpsons and the way that it's created and all of that stuff. So it adds to the hive mind, and that energy creates what they say within The Simpsons. So once we become fully aware of how our energy affects not only our reality that we create, but also the reality on a global scale, then we can really start to play with it. So this is how it first happened for me. I started to play with it. Because when I first started my journey nearly 7 years ago, in July 2017, I was very much in the matrix way of thinking, being, doing, having. I was in the corporate way and I didn't care. I was unhealthy, all of the stuff, right? I was very asleep in the matrix. And my journey started all at once. I started my high ticket online business. I'll put some links below. If you're looking to start an online business, you are welcome. I can teach you how to do that. So I started my online business, and that ultimately led me on a personal development and spiritual growth journey. So it all started at the same time. And when I started, I was agnostic because I knew that there was a higher power. It was very clear there's a higher power. I mean, look at the way we're built as humans. Look at everything that we're surrounded by. There's a higher power at play here, right? I just didn't know what it was. And I didn't care. So I didn't really give it energy and I didn't really think about it. So I was agnostic. And then once I started learning about the laws of the universe, my mind started to turn, because we have the law of gravity. And with the law of gravity, we know it's there. We know it's there because it's been tested by science, but we cannot see it. We can only experience the effects of it. So this is essentially what all of the laws of the universe are. The law of vibration, the law of attraction, the law of cause and effect, the law of reciprocation, all of these laws, right? Except the difference is between these laws and the law of gravity is the law of gravity is instant. Now, all of these other laws within the universe, there is a certain waiting period, especially as we're looking to raise our vibrational frequency. Because as everything is energy, everything holds a vibrational frequency. And typically when we start our journey, we're vibrating on a low vibrational frequency. And because we've put thoughts into the quantum field that become things, these thoughts that become things, because typically they're negative thoughts that we've been putting out into the quantum field, they catch up with us. So when we start playing this game and raising our awareness, raising our level of consciousness, raising our frequency, all of that good stuff, we get to wait for it to catch up with us. And this is why a lot of people give up. It doesn't work. Manifestation doesn't work. Because for years and decades, they've been putting negativity into the quantum field. So what do you expect? Especially if you're not committing and showing up on a daily basis and being very aware of your thoughts and your vibration and what you're putting out there. If you're really not committing to it fully and you're just half-assing it and putting your toe in the water, things are not going to happen as quickly as some others that are committing, right? So it's really important that you commit. Now, when I first started learning about the laws of the universe, I started to play with it because I love to play. And this is what we all must remember to start to do, is to play. As children, all we desire to do is become adults. And then once we become adults, we forget how to be children and we forget to play. And that's the journey of being an adult, is coming back to play. And when we come back to play, this is what enables us to really create our reality with ease and fun. And this naturally, I think maybe I brought it from a past life, I don't know, most likely. Naturally, I just played with this. So I learned and I played with the law of attraction, the law of the universe, energy, all of that stuff, the laws of vibration, all of it. and I played and it started to work. So I was like, okay, cool. And I first started small, and this is how we get to start. We get to start small. So I would start with smiles and putting out good energy and saying hello. And I noticed that people would respond. So I was amazed, especially where I was traveling on the tube in London. And if you've traveled on the tube or any kind of public transport, you know exactly what I mean. So I simply started expanding on it, and I really started to become aware of the thoughts that I was thinking, the way that I was feeling. I started incorporating gratitude into my life and all of that stuff. And then ultimately, this really led me on a deep path of self-awareness and how I was creating my reality with my thoughts and the way that I felt and my energy and my feelings and all of that stuff. And this video is getting quite long now, so I'm gonna start cutting this shorter. We're gonna close this video, is basically what I'm saying. Is self-awareness is key when it comes to the creation of your reality. Now, self-awareness is really all about what's going on in your internal reality right now. How do you feel? What are you thinking? What energy are you giving out? That's as simple as it is, right? And our ego naturally is going to think of negative thoughts, and there's going to be worry and there's going to be fears, and that's okay and that's normal. It's very normal. 7 years into my journey, near enough, and I still get these negative thoughts, I still get these worries, I still get anxiety, I still get angry, all of this stuff, right? We're human, it's normal. We must not judge this, we must accept it, we must understand it, we must alchemize it, we must transmute it, right? Which is everything that I teach on a deeper level within my spaces and closer proximity and all of that stuff. So if you're interested in learning more, especially when it comes to the self-awareness piece, I've created a whole experience around this within Embrace. It's an absolutely fantastic experience that's really going to allow you to become aware of everything in your life, not just who you are now, but your past and your present and your future and everything that surrounds it, and really come into that deep love and understanding and compassion. Because this is the thing, we don't create the life it is that we desire and the situations that we desire through shame and judgment, and we know that no, we do it through love, we do it through compassion, we do it through understanding and acceptance, right? And it's really important that we let go of all of these dense negative energies that are within and without us, right? Our external reality simply reflects our internal reality. So it's really important that we become aware. It's really important that we become aware of what is going on in our internal reality, so we can create the external reality it is that we desire. And yes, it is confronting. Yes, it's hard. Yes, the darkness is scary at points, and bringing old memories back that quite frankly they're not nice. They're just not nice. However, if we do not integrate our shadow, if we do not face our shadow, if we do not face our pain, then we really truly cannot find our power. Our power is within our pain. We shine a light on our darkness to find the color within the journey. And this is how we truly step into our power and find our medicine and magic, and really start to find fulfillment out of life, because it's through our journey, it's through our story, it's through our perception, it's through who we are as to how we're going to be able to truly give back in ways that not only serve others, which is the most important, because we all came here for a reason, to create a positive change, but also to serve ourselves and to create the fulfilling, fully expressed life that we all came here to create. And it really all starts with the self-awareness piece and stopping the distraction and the escapism and the numbing and all of that stuff, because that's really no way to live. And trust me, I've been there. Drink and drugs. I would binge start on a Friday, not finish until the Monday. I would get fucked up, and you know, it was fun at the time. It was great, and I'm grateful for that time, because it really played a huge part in who I am today. However, it wasn't good for my spirit. This was why I was depressed and why I was anxious, amongst other things. And, you know, at a time it serves a purpose, but then it gets to a point where it gets to a point. And that's it. So self-awareness. Start to become aware of the way that you think, the way that you feel, what you're doing, and how it's affecting your reality, as well as your relationships. And as well as the greater whole. You are simply a microcosm to the macrocosm, and you have so much power in creating beautiful and lasting change within the collective consciousness and the future for every single one of our children. So start to play your part. You're so powerful and you are so needed right now. And if you desire to work with me in any capacity, check out the link that I'm going to put down below, or reach out to me. I also have closer proximity that is on application only, because I'm very, very picky with the people that I work with, because I'm a 5/1 reflector in the human design. So alignment really, really matters to me. So yeah, I love you so much. You've got this. The fact that you're even here watching this, you wouldn't be watching this if you wasn't meant for this and if you wasn't powerful enough. So congratulations in that. I love you so much.